Please welcome Stephanie Combs, Technical University Munich.
Greetings to all at Falling Walls. My name is Stephanie Combs. I'm the Chair of Radiation Oncology at TUM and also currently serving as the Dean of the TUM School of Medicine and Health. collimateHealth is truly breaking the walls in radiation oncology. The game-changing microbeam technology will revolutionize radiation oncology and enables the treatment of thousands of patients previously untreated. Until now, microbeams were only available at large synchrotrons. The collimateHealth team is the worldwide only team developing a technology that will be available in a clinical setting with a footprint below 10 square meters. I truly believe that collimateHealth must become the Falling Walls venture of the year. It will bring this technology to the patient and it will help us cure thousands of patients.
Breaking the wall of collateral damage in tumour therapy. Hans-Maria Hein, collimateHealth.
Welcome to collimateHealth. Welcome to disrupting tumour therapies. More than 3 million patients every year in Europe alone receive a radiotherapy. But current radiotherapy, as you see it there with the linear accelerator, is limited due to its high toxicity. The efficacy for different tumor indications is really low. As Stephanie has pointed out, there is a different technology available. And that technology is stunning. It has a 200 times higher dose rate. It needs 50 times less radiation protection. And you can treat patients in only 2 to 3 very short sessions. But the challenge is the synchrotron. And until now, this technology was bound to this synchrotron. So what we would need is to shrink it from a synchrotron to the clinic. And not just to shrink it, but also for the cost applicable at the clinic, and actually to be used by the people that run the LINAC today. They must be running this new technology. This is what we have built in Munich. This is what is running in Munich. You can see in the middle that we have 50 times less radiation, which means we can take this technology out of the bunker and use it in every imaging room in the hospital, which provides for massive scalability. On the right side, you see our first preclinical studies, and they have shown this is not just a technological breakthrough, but this is a biological game changer. So what you see here now is the holy grail in radiation oncology. It's called the therapeutic window. How much tumor control do you do on the one side, tumor damage, which sparing healthy tissue on the other side? The gold standard LINAC has a therapeutic window of 1. Very expensive proton therapy can slightly increase this window. What we can do has been seen technologically and biologically impossible. 8 times bigger window, impossible. 2 times better tissue sparing, 4 times better tissue control. We have the data from our preclinical studies. But actually, this is just the beginning, because we are the only ones doing a third dimension radiation oncology. While all other solutions actually weaken the immune system, we activate the immune system, we act as an in situ vaccination, and we are creating a systemic immune response against tumor and metastases. On the left side, you see a study on breast cancer in mice, and if you look at the red line down there, even the unirradiated tumor volume shrinks if being treated with microbeams in a combination with immunotherapy. So we are the enabling technology also for the breakthrough of other technologies like immunotherapy and the efficacy of chemotherapy. On the right side, data of our friends at the Mayo Clinic. They're using a mini beam approach. Here you can see abscopal effects on the patient as well. We are a team rooted in Munich, but backed by the globally leading experts in technical ways, in entrepreneurial ways, and obviously in science, all focused on radiation oncology. Not just the Technical University Munich, but the University in Mainz, the Forschungszentrum in Jülich, and the Institute of Cancer Research in London. They have united on this technology and the team. They're providing all the IP that was generated as exclusive license to collimateHealth to generate this fascinating business case. We are not just selling a device, but we have recurrent revenue by every patient treated. This is already a renowned modus of payment in innovation and radiation oncology. But for us, it's a cash cow. Why? Because we can actually treat 10 times more patients than every other solution. Because we only need 2 to 3 treatment sessions and not 30 as of today. That brings us to a super high profit margin of more than 85%, and every of our devices is a cash cow for the hospital and brings down cost to the healthcare system. What you see here is not just logos of leading hospitals around the globe, but these are hospitals that have committed to actually either be our clinical study partner or buy our devices. With this, our actual pipeline is full, and we must come to the market as fast as possible to bring this to a patient benefit. This is where we stand today, closing our pre-seed round. We have one more ticket open. We want to come to the market fast. We want to be efficient and save patients' lives every day. So join us in disrupting tumor therapies.
Joining you. Wonderful. Thank you.
I just get our water.
Yes, absolutely. And in the meantime, I can check where the questions are. Stefan first, Andrea second. There we go.
What is the capex for a clinic to deploy your device, your machine?
Yes. We have the same price as all regular Linux. So we are not more expensive than a regular Linux. We have the size of a regular Linux. We have the same usability of a regular Linux. So it looks like a regular Linux more or less. So what is different is really the beam that we are doing.
Thank you, Andrea.
So one practical question, how long does the patient do have to stay for one session? Yes. And then you have significantly decreased the size from the synchrotron to 10 square meters. What did you lose on this way? You know what I mean? Yes. So is there any functional loss, or because this is really a significant decrease?
Yes, so the first part of your question I can answer. For the second part of your question, can you hand the microphone to my co-founder, Stefan? He is the CSO. He has invented this technology. So the length of the treatment is just a second, sometimes 2 seconds, because our dose rate is so high. So actually we can even perform this while patients are breathing. Or sometimes, because it's so, maybe even between the heartbeat, because we are so quick.
And is this independent of the depth of the tumor?
Now we come to Stefan.
Yeah, okay. So the technology change that we did is we have to have a very small focal spot, so a very small source size, but only in one dimension. So we make it long but
keep
thin.
The microphone.
And this is different to synchrotron, where you have a point source. So we lose something, but it doesn't matter.
Okay. Third question was by Luca. It's gone already. Oh, the same question, etc. Iris, of course. Yes, good.
What exactly enabled you to reduce the size by that much, going from the synchrotron to 10 square meters?
I think we need a technical expert again.
So we went back from the synchrotron technology to the conventional X-ray technology, but X-ray technology is only able to do it if you somehow get rid of the heat. And here's the key, basically, idea behind it, with a certain concept to get rid of the heat. It's a bit difficult to explain it in a few words now.
Okay, we still have a minute and a half. We can take another question. Yes, sorry, I didn't see.
Hi, I would love to know about the off-target effects. So when you have such a high dose and it's so efficient, efficacious, how do you deal with off-target effects?
Yes, I'll pass the microphone behind. I mean, the scientific questions, we have an expert here.
Yeah, off-target effects is actually what we would like to have, because we would like to treat lesions outside of the primary site. And the reason why we get there is because high doses involve the immune system, and that's what we exploit with our technology.
Okay, let's go back to Andrea, please.
So I know there are several groups working on the microbeam stuff. What are your most important competitors, and how do they differentiate from you?
Yes, that's a good question. So first of all, we believe this is the technology of the future, because also the Linux cannot develop further. They have come to the end of their technical development. This is the breakthrough. The other teams that we see are actually more scientific teams that are working on this. They're working, let's say, on beams with a bigger size. We have a very thin size. This is why we are micro beams. What you have seen in Mayo is mini beams, so the size is bigger. And let's say the micro beam community has united on this team and has, let's say, given this support. So this is, let's say, the microbeam offspring of this community.
I'm very sorry, but it's 0.0000 seconds left. Andreas, you can ask the question later on for sure. Thank you very much.